Mrs. Edwards.
This is Ramza here.
My name is Sungmin Song.
Here we've got Matthew. We've got Paul here.
Hello, I am Daniel Bong of the senior class.
Hi, I'm Jean. Manik Evan.
I'm Mrs. O'Hara.
Oh, whoops. Turn it off. Mitch Ivy.
Pamela Richards.
Okay, here's Chris.
I pray every morning for these children right here that God would help me to teach them well and that we'd have a great day. And I pray for my family to be safe back in the US. And then also usually I pray for something that God is working on my heart about, like patience or my attitude, things like that.
I tend to pray mostly for my goods, to be quite honest.
I guess two things. First thing is usually I find myself praying something about the school, something either it's kids or staff members, kind of both, and then for my family, for my boys, and then my parents, mostly that they would come to know Christ.
Okay.
My youngest does, my oldest is a little iffy.
I pray that my family and I would have self-control and good relationships with each other in working at home, especially since our family has grown considerably smaller without my siblings.
I sometimes pray for myself more than my family.
Right.
So it's more like a selfish desire type of thing. So that could get in the way a lot. And it could get really bothersome at times.
First, I tend to pray about myself and my family, and I guess getting good grades in school and stuff like that.
God's mercy, a stronger relationship with Him, and for my love to be growing every day for Him.
I probably mostly pray about my family and my friends, the needs of my family and the needs of my friends.
I guess good health for my family and stuff.
Usually I pray for my family, and then I really hope for them to succeed in what they want to do.
I guess good health for my family and stuff.
I tend to pray about my daily life. Usually if I have struggles, I go to the Lord and ask for His advice, and other times I pray for my family and for others, because constant prayer for others is a must for a Christian.
For friends and family well-being.
I think I pray a lot about things for myself, whether it's my family, my spiritual life, the library type of settings in the school.
Okay.
Kind of selfish things, but important also.
I pray for my students. I pray mostly for people and sometimes for direction.
And I also pray to God to help me fight temptation, because fighting sin is a daily battle for me.
I guess good health for my family and stuff.
I tend to pray about family and for people around me.
Sometimes just, sadly, everyday life, like getting things ready for the classroom or calling a friend or getting work done, and just forgetting to take time out to pray.
What tends to keep me from praying is when I don't get something I want, like if I wanted it and I thought I'd get it, but I don't get it. And then, like, these days there's K-pop people, like, I started liking them, so that tends to me not to like start praying and only caring about them.
Like I said before, sin is always a problem for us, and so sometimes schoolwork or school activities like sports and athletics and just academics in general sometimes wears you out, and so sometimes you forget what's really important, which is prayer.
I think too often I rely upon me and what I can do before I think to give it all to God first and ask Him. And then kind of I let everyday things in life happen to where I don't take as much time in, being a mom and a wife and a librarian. I think I let the daily stuff get in the way of not praying as often as I should.
Time and just the everyday ins and outs of life, but I know when I'm reading my Bible more that I'm more likely to pray.
It's like busy sometimes and I'm just lazy, I don't want to do it. Yeah.
Not to be anything against school, but homework, honestly, and friends, sports, just regular, high school life, but it's kind of hard to find time, especially when you don't think about it, to pray. So
it's like busy sometimes and I'm just lazy, I don't want to do it. Yeah.
Sleepiness, and distraction, especially homework. Yeah.
Quite honestly, the thing that keeps me from praying is my hobbies and the stuff that I want to do, because it clouds my original plans, and then it just hinders me from actually doing the stuff that I planned to do or I should do. So it's the desire to do other things.
There's nothing really that I can think of that makes me not want to pray, but it's not, I don't know, I guess it's an obstacle, but I don't look at it that way. It's just sometimes my life gets so busy that I don't stop and think about prayer. But I also have my prayer's a little different than most people. It's not just, I don't get down on my knees and make purposeful prayers. My prayers are more like a conversation constantly with God. It's more like conversation, kind of. I'm talking to Him. I know He's listening, although He doesn't verbally talk back to me or whatever. But so it's like a continuous thing. It's not really necessarily a set aside time.
Just being busy with life.
Usually my selfish desires and my mood. Because if I'm depressed, then I usually completely forget about praying, and then I just seem to forget about God.
Distractions.
Okay. Just general distractions.
Getting distracted. Starting out to pray and then realizing 15 minutes later that I wasn't praying at all.
Here we've got Matthew.